Okay, so today this is going to be your December 2018 tarot reading. So this is going to be the last month for 2018. It seemed like it went super fast. I don't know about you guys, but this year zoomed past, okay? So this is going to be a general reading. So this is going to apply for your sun, moon, and rising Leos, okay? But also if you know your placements and all that good stuff, yada, 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 you can still watch this to see what part of your life this is dealing with, okay? So the first card has already come out. So I'm going ahead and set up my cards. Alrighty. Ooh. Whew. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the whole energy for the beginning of your December is going to be probably about communication, maybe traveling, but probably not traveling. More about communication, maybe your mental state, and putting things into action. So let's go ahead and see what that all entails. First card out, we have the Devil card in reverse. Alrighty, so I'm just going to be blunt. The first thing I thought of is a Capricorn, particularly female, maybe coming into your life and stirring up some drama. So be on the lookout for any Capricorns, Leos, okay? And this is not by any means dissing any Capricorn. That was just the first thing that popped into my head whenever I pulled the card. I just feel like it may not be a female, but it's probably like a feminine energy. Manipulative, maybe. This could even be your ego, or if you have Capricorn placements that are heavy, it may be just that part of your life is just upside down. But generally, I do feel like this is a person coming in and really stirring up some damage. Or maybe you're just not liking them at this point. So let's go ahead and see what more I can say about this Devil card in reverse. Why is it coming? Okay, so... All right, so it looks like you have to just put how you feel to rest, or maybe you have to stop thinking about it, stop trying to let this person get to you. But at the same time, you realize this is not what you want. Maybe this person comes into your life, maybe comes into your job, maybe you get a new boss at your job. For some reason, I feel like you can't communicate how you feel about it. You just have to put everything to rest and just go with the flow. But for some reason, you don't want this. You do not want this at all. I feel like it's because you feel like you can do better. You're like, what the hell? But I feel like this is not like a bad thing for Leo. I think this is just like one of those situations where Leo has to determine, what do you want, Leo? Like you have all the control, but you know when we just kind of sit back and we're just like, we're just going to see how things go. We're just going to be chilling over here with Pisces. You know, we're just going to be relaxing, right? No. Right now, this is the time where you have to figure out what you want. You don't have to be vocal about it. I'm not going to advise you to communicate how you feel, but like definitely understand how you feel before you start making any movements. But at the same time, I definitely feel like you're going to be trying to level up in some way because you feel unsatisfied. All right. So moving on to the Moon card. This is a beautiful card. So we know that this card usually means there's some illusions or there's some different types of energies that are coming into play. This could be a Cancer in your life as well. If you have any Cancers, they are showing up very strongly. For some reason, I feel like there's something that is going to be revealed, right? And just to let you know, all three cards that I pulled are all major arcana cards. So the beginning of your December is going to be very concrete and very, very heavy and structured in the way that the energy is playing out, okay? So you may have to learn how to work with that, maybe see what the transits are doing during that week for you. Definitely, I would say December 1st through the 7th or 8th, it looks like it's going to be very, very fixed energy, okay? So what is it that's going to be revealed? Is there anything going to be revealed? What is this Moon card showing up for? Or something coming to the light, maybe? Let's see. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. So someone may be looking at something very negatively, or emotionally, someone is in a rut. Someone could be pretending that they're not sad. I feel like they're pretending that they're not feeling a certain type of way. They're pretending to look at the glass half full, but they're really looking at it half empty. Someone's pretending to like what's going on. And I feel like this could also have to deal with emotional connections that are near you, but not necessarily attached to you. But I feel like somehow it affects you. But as a Leo, I feel like you have to show that you're okay, you're happy about what's going on. But on the inside, you're like stirring up with fire. It's festering like so. You know what I mean? Like it's just building, building, building. But for some reason, you're extremely, extremely calm on the outside about it. Maybe because you don't want to step on someone's toes, or maybe because you don't want to burn bridges. But you are definitely hiding how you really feel, Leo. Okay? Let's go ahead and see what else. Temperance card in reverse. Honey. Okay, so we Leos, listen to me. Kings and queens of the jungle, my feline friends, okay? You are putting up with something or someone that you do not want to be putting up with. I feel as though a lot of Leos are in a really good position. Like, we've come a long way mentally, right? But there is a sense of stagnation. I feel like some of us are trying to progress, and you feel like something that you want to say, something that you need to get off your chest will make you go back a few steps, right? But listen, Leo, when we are quiet, when we are not honest, it's really, really easy to see that a Leo is not happy. So even if you feel like you're not showing it, baby, you're showing it just in some other way. And usually that way is way more obnoxious or way more hurtful than it needs to be. It doesn't fit the situation. But that's just what we do. Okay, so what I need you to do as a Leo, figure out what it is that you don't like or what you're just putting up with just to put up with. You have to figure out how to either A, control the situation to where you can handle it without being bratty in another type of way, or making it to where your fire will come out in a way that you don't want it to. Or you can simply get the fuck away from whatever is bothering you. Let's go ahead and see what's bothering you. Nonetheless, I do feel that you are definitely putting up with something. You were just going with the motions. And just trust me, it works out for some time, but Leos we can't not express. Like, that's just not how we're built. And when you try to subdue how you feel, which you are definitely doing in the beginning of your December, it will come out. I mean, that's for the most part for any fire sign and definitely water signs. But I mean, come on, like, we don't need fixed fire blowing up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you know how you are when you get to that level, and some of you are more advanced than others, right? When it comes to that anger shit. But we have to really like figure out where the balance is, because I don't need you guys messing up the end of your year. Like, we've been doing so good with this progress, like so good. We've had a few setbacks, we've had a few little stumbles, but this explosion that I feel like is about to happen, I don't want it to happen, okay? I don't want it to happen. So what are we putting up with that we don't want to? Okay. A cycle that is repeating, and you know what it is, okay? And if you don't know what it is, it could be something that happened in Scorpio season. It could have something to do with a Scorpio. Or for some of you, it could deal with a literal death, okay? And that's really morbid, but for some, it will be about a death. I don't want to leave you guys out, but not a new death. I feel like it's something that already happened, but whatever the situation you're dealing with that you don't want to, it also stems from a cycle of you've never liked it, you've never wanted it, it's something that you just sit with, you just bite your tongue. And I hate that feeling. I hate when I feel like I have to bite my tongue. I hate when I feel like I can't express or defend myself in any type of way, shape, or form. I hate it. So I know that you hate it, Leo. I get it. So it's like, but why are you still sitting there dealing with it? Is it because you have to, or is it because you feel like you're obligated to? Because Leos, we know that we always feel like once we do something once and it works out, we feel like we're obligated to do the same thing because we need the same result, or we need that same gratification from whoever or whatever. But it's not necessarily true. Because again, when a Leo is uncomfortable in a situation, when a Leo does not like something, even if they don't show it or communicate it, it will come out in other ways that are very destructive to others and also themselves. So we have to be honest with ourselves. You have to be true about your feelings, and you have to be willing to want what you want. As a Leo, whenever you get fed up with something, figure out what you want, and I bet you'll get to it. Whenever a Leo is finally fed up with something, they know what to do. They will figure out a way to get to that next step, right? So we're all in this together. Whether you're doing something that is on a low scale or a huge life-changing scale, you're in the midst of this like very uncomfortable state, but I feel like that uncomfortability is what Leos need sometimes. Like being fixed fire, you need that spark of like, oh hell no. Like you need something to be like, okay, this is it. We usually need that last straw, right? Or just that one tick off. But if it's something that's been brewing over time, you don't want to be the bomb that goes off. That's all I'm saying. So if you can figure out what you are dealing with, what your opponent is before it catches you, then I think you can have more control of the situation. Whew. Okay, Leo, that was just the beginning of December. So let's go into the middle, right? All right, middle of December for Leos. Leo. Woo! First card out. Second card. Third card. All right, Leos, be strong with me, okay? 7 of Cups in reverse. What are we overwhelmed about? What are we not dealing with? Someone is suppressing their feelings. Someone is overwhelmed by emotions. You may even start to feel a little drained, or feel like you have too many options. Feel like you can't figure out what your next step is going to be. But what is this dealing with? What part of life is this even dealing with? I'm going to use the past life oracle deck to see what part of your life. That sounded cute. Did y'all hear that? 7 of Cups in reverse. Ugh, why does stuff keep falling? Where'd he go? Oh. Health. Your health. Leo. Okay. You are feeling overwhelmed emotionally, and this is stressing you out. So this isn't like, oh my gosh, I have so many opportunities. Oh my gosh, there's so many things good happening to me. Oh my gosh, I have so many presents to choose from. No, this is like you are, I don't want to say running with your head cut off, but like you're mentally or emotionally right here, because we kind of think with this as Leos. Mentally, emotionally, you're overwhelmed. You have too many feelings and thoughts that are not meshing. They're contradicting each other, and it's causing you to stress the fuck out. Honestly, like you gotta stop. I don't know if it's you have to let it go. Let's go ahead and see. What can we do to fix that situation? What do you do to fix the situation that's stressing Leo out? Pisces. You have to be wise. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to be almost psychic. If you have heavy placements in Pisces, tap into it now. You have a parental figure. I feel like some of you guys have a Pisces mother, maybe father. And it may not be their sun sign, but it could be their moon or their rising, right? You have to tap into that. You have to realize that the answers are right in front of you. Okay, let's have a real talk. Okay, Leos. If you are spiritual and you know you have abilities and you know that you're tired of dealing with whatever situation that this is over here, what I need you to do as a Leo is to dig within yourself, and you have to start listening to universe. If you don't know what that means, I'll make a video on it. You have to listen to the energy of universe. I don't know how else to make it make sense to you. If you are not connected, everyone has the ability to do this. There's literally signs everywhere, synchronicities everywhere. You have to be wise enough to see through the different dimensions that we have. And that's what makes Pisces so chill. They know, they see, they feel so much that they would rather just be like, look, what are you tripping over? Like, let's chill. You know, but if they feel something and it's too much for them, or if they're a Pisces who isn't balanced or know that they have these abilities, they will go off in the deep end. They'll go too deep into the waters and not be able to find their way out. But a Pisces who is aware is a Pisces who can feel the frequencies. They can understand. They're almost psychic. You know what I mean? Like there's a universal message that they understand. They feel it. And so this is a lot of times our Pisces will be more peaceful than a lot of other people, for the most part. You know, if they don't show it, then usually their morals lie with peace and, you know, stuff like that. Because they know that at the end of the day, the bigger picture is so much, like this isn't it. So whatever you're in, whatever's stressing you out, you have to tap into that Piscean energy. You have to. Or maybe connect with a Pisces, get closer to a Pisces, someone who calms you down. Leos and Pisces are usually very, very like we relax well together. Like Pisces and Leo understand the laziness of each other, but they understand that it's not really lazy, it's just chilling. Like it's a type of relaxation, and it's a mind ease that comes with that. And the energy that Leo and Pisces have when they're on good terms is really, really like flowy. Like I don't know, it just meshes really well. So if you can get around some Pisces, I think that'll really, really be beneficial to yourself. So we move into the Hierophant card. So this is like initiation into something higher. This is like initiation into maybe a spiritual promotion, or a work promotion, or education. This is a really, really good card. So let's go ahead and just see what it's about. It's initiation or graduation into something higher. You will not fall down again. These cards are ridiculous, you guys. Hierophant. Ooh, here we go. Oh, okay. This is what I like to see. All right, Leo. So it seems as though the middle of the spread, what your whole reading is based around, is you becoming like initiated into some real spiritual-ish. Okay, like you are stepping into your power. The Magician card is like signifying that you are understanding your gifts. You're understanding how to use the tools around you. And I really feel like this is dealing with spirituality. I feel like this is dealing with like, you tapped in. You tapped in, because it's basically just saying like your power as your own magician, your own witch, whatever you call yourself, whatever spiritual practice that you do and you refer to yourself as, you are tapped in. And at this point, it's like you are understanding the good and the bad. Like you're moving, you're elevating up. So at this point, when you elevate to another level, you don't look at things from the same level from below. You know, you're looking at it from a higher perspective. So this is what I mean when I say you ascend higher. You become less dependent on what others think. Your heart isn't as heavy, so you're able to go higher. And so I think a lot of you really, really tapped in to figuring out what's stressing you out and what you need to do, and you listened to the energies of the earth. You listened to your earth. If it's about your mother, whoever it is, it's like they really helped you, or you helped yourself as a Leo. And it's coming out like in a spread where it's like you're just really solid, like you're really stable spiritually in December. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like also that it's Sagittarius season. I feel like it's really going to have a huge impact on your exploration, your luck, your expansion as a person. I feel like you're gonna evolve, you know what I mean? But it's definitely showing up here in the middle of your spread. So then we move to the Three of Swords in reverse here. So take a look at that before I start talking about it. So this card, we all know, is not the best of cards. It definitely signifies disappointment or betrayal, but I actually feel like this is past betrayal or past situations that happened, and I feel like you're moving on from them. So yes, you may feel a little sting from this, but I feel like you are, yes, exactly. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. You're definitely finding that peace of mind. Like you're understanding that it's not going to be easy all the time to emotionally deal or mentally deal with the emotional things, because remember, we have a lot of feelings that we feel that don't match with our logical, it doesn't correlate. And so I feel like you finally are understanding that it doesn't have to make sense, but if it doesn't feel right as a Leo, you have to get out of it. You have to move away from it. You have to level up from it. You have to learn from it, and also take responsibility for what you've done. Even if you didn't do anything bad, if you're a part of something, or if you're staying a part of, being around something that you don't resonate with, and it just, there's no point, then you're wasting your time, you know, as a spirit. So technically you're always doing something wrong if you're not doing what's right for yourself. So you have to know what's right for you. And of course that's easier said than done. Like, you know, it takes work, it takes progression, and definitely for a Leo who's a fixed sign, you know, like it takes real work to get to the bottom of things, and to be able to move forward, and to be able to level up and mature as a Leo. Like that takes work. Okay, just think about, as a Leo, how naive maybe you were when you were younger, or how beautiful you thought the world was, until now you're like, damn, like I had a lot to learn. So that never ends, but I feel like you are really, really getting to a point where you are finding peace of mind, because you are understanding how things work spiritually. You're learning how to listen to the universe. You're learning about yourself. I think you're becoming more in touch with yourself. I think you're becoming more grounded. I think you're also becoming more in touch with your royalty and your sovereignty as a Leo. Like it's really, really solidifying itself in December. That's beautiful. Okay, so let's go to the end of December. Okay, so we got the first 2 cards out. Third card. Alrighty. Bottom of the base. We have the Hangman in reverse. I never really get the Hangman in reverse. But this card really means that, again, you are at a point where you know what you have to do now. When Hangman is upright, when it's hanging upside down, this is saying like you have to understand. You have to just take a seat back and look at everything around you and assess it spiritually, and figure out what you want to do next, right? So no perspective, you're just watching. But it's upright. I mean, it's in reverse. So he's standing upright. So this is like, okay, now you know what you need to do. Now you've listened to the universe. Now what's your step going to be? You have a whole new take on things. Your perspective is fresh. You are almost like, what I like about this card that a lot of people don't talk about, when you look at it, when it's like this, it's like he's on the cross in some weird way, right? So it's kind of like you're crucifying yourself so that you can like shed a new layer of yourself or rise again. You know, the whole Jesus energy and all that stuff that they teach. I feel like it still has symbolization in what it means as a person. You know what I'm saying? Because Jesus really represents all of us, if you think about it. So it's almost like, not that you're being baptized, not that you're going through harsh things, but it's like you understand, like you have this new wisdom and you're able to finesse it. You're able to use it. You're able to understand, and not just understand, but to be mature with the knowledge that you have. Like that's a whole different ball game. Like you can have so much wisdom, you can have so much knowledge, you can have so much natural talent, ability when it comes to spirituality and what you can do and what you can see and what you can feel. But the people who don't know how to harness that and be wise with that, they don't prosper. There's no way that you can. You know what I'm saying? Like you just, that soul just gets recycled, that information just gets recycled and given to someone else until that person can learn how to use that gusto. Like it's, I don't even know how to explain it, y'all, but it's like you have to learn how to navigate with the power that you have. You can't run off the edge. You can't jump off the cliff. You can't have these moments where you lash out when you are aware. When you know things, you have to do better, or else universe is going to slap you like your mom. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't just not do things once you know things. So granted, you are being initiated into some higher form of spirituality, but also realize that once you know this, use your power. Use it in the way that you know you're supposed to. There's no other way to really get around that. The Leos who know that they can do this and they continue to sit back and they continue to not use it for the right thing, they continue to use it for selfish reasons that doesn't, promote or benefit themselves. These are the Leos who stay in the same freaking cycle. And it's really easy for anyone to do that, but Leos, it's like you have to have that off switch to be able to do something else. Like there's usually no other way, because the off switch is like, it's always there, but the Leo has to turn it off. And when the Leo doesn't even know that there is a light switch, it just stays on. And so until you can figure out what the issue is and know how to get around that and cut the fucking light off and disconnect from whatever it is that you need to, you will stay in this room and you will stay lit up and you will stay in this cycle until you figure it out. Because that's what Leo does, okay? So, you have your own options, and looks like you know how to navigate through this month. You do have the 7 of Wands in reverse, so I think you're starting to feel really confident. Actually, I think you're starting to feel a little less confident, but I think it's because you are starting to see that there's more obstacles coming your way because of how much you are. It's kind of like when you see a huge giant. They're not gonna, or like a big monster, they're not gonna send out one little carp car. They're gonna send out a whole bunch of shit to make it look more intimidating, to be more powerful, to take it down. So that's what you're going to be dealing with, and I think it's because you finally are understanding your power. And so, you know, training is going to get a little bit tougher. Once you get a little bit bigger, you have to move with your weight class. So with responsibility and all this stuff comes challenges, but it also comes with different abundance that I think you'll actually come to appreciate as time goes on. So with you losing your confidence, I think it could also just deal with maybe finances, or maybe your family life is not how you want it to be. I feel like you are understanding spiritually how you feel, but maybe like just in life in general, when it comes to your family, like the simple stuff, you know, the very earthly type things, I think you're starting to feel a little funny about it. Or maybe you're feeling like things are bad, like the memories aren't good anymore, the feelings of the memories aren't good anymore. And I think you're satisfied, but you're not satisfied. You know what I mean? Like you want more, but like, I don't know, Leo. It seems to be like not a back and forth thing, but more so of, this is what I'm used to. So, I don't know. I guess it would be a battle with yourself then at the end of the day. But it's like you're winning still. It's it's very confusing, guys. Very confusing. So then we have the Chariot upright. So I really like to see this. This is like you understanding your destiny and your direction and your path and all of that good stuff. Also, that is very connected to the Cancer sign. So if you have Cancer popping up again, you're definitely having more structure and direction when it comes to that Cancer in your life. Let's go ahead and see. This also is representation that two forces in your life that are usually opposite are actually coming together to work for the greater good. So this could be two people that you are friends with, but they hate each other. They're finally getting along around you. This could be a situation that you really, really hated. You're learning how to have that balance of, okay, I can tolerate it, but I don't have to deal with it completely. And you're learning how to live. Let's go ahead and see what this deals with, this Chariot card. Here we go. So you're starting to understand the signs. You're starting, remember when I was saying listen to the universe, I think you're starting to see where things are messing up and where things are going right. And I think you're learning how to kind of navigate throughout life, just in general. You know when to duck, you know when to dodge, you know when to speak up, you know when to stay quiet. You're just understanding. You get it. You get it. Now, what your goal is going to be, that's up to you. Like how you are as a Leo, but you get it. At this point, you're on track. And we're ending off our December with the Knight of Pentacles. So again, this could actually be representation of that Capricorn that we had in the beginning. Maybe they're leaving, or maybe they are finally understanding their place. This is also the card of working for what you have and then kind of being like proud of it and just being proud that you did it yourself and not caring what other people think. So this could also be you as a representation of that. So let's go ahead and see if we can get more details on what this even is or who this is. Here we go. All right, Leo. So this is, it may be you, but I actually feel like this is something that you want, but it just doesn't come in the package that you expected. So whatever it is that you wanted dealing with that Capricorn, I feel like you get it. It's just in a way that you didn't expect. Whatever it is with that, the domestic life, the family life that we were just talking about, you get what you want. It just doesn't come in the way that you want it. But at the same time, who cares? You got what you want, right? So I think I'm actually really, really happy with this reading. I feel like I got a lot of information for you guys. Oh, look. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, things are going to be coming. You guys will probably have a gift too in the beginning of your December. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, y'all. That is actually really, really good. I hope that you guys liked this reading. I hope that it made a lot of sense for you. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when I upload for your sign, because thousands of YouTubers upload, but why would you not want to see me? Because you have to know when I upload. I'm your favorite Leo. Okay? I think that's it. I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, I will see you very, very soon. Bye, Leo.